All right, good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Quite the sell-off out of the open again. It's kind of our new theme. And over 100 points. We are in value area low on the session here on the profile. We have this low volume node that we've kind of dropped below here. So this looks pretty bearish. We could look for a back test short here. And plus we also have this low volume node essentially right here. So maybe we break into the band a little bit. We'll see what happens at 990. But looking to get probably continuation of that short. Anybody grab a piece of it? I haven't traded anything. After yesterday, I'm a little bit... I had a rough day yesterday. It was rough. Long bias on a big sell-off day. Rotations, I caught some. Gave a lot of money back. Was able to lock in a top step payout, which, you know, quite honestly, was my only saving grace yesterday. And I'm just really not happy about it. I mean, it's kind of really sad that like I got an $11,000 payout yesterday and I'm like not happy. Like I'm not trying to be like, you know, egotistical or anything, but you know, I feel like I got lucky yesterday with that one. I was just trading like garbage. All right, that looks like a little bit of a back test. Let's see. Might take a little stab here. Unless it's going to grind out of the bottom here. We'll see. So we do have a little room to add to this one. I'll add one more at the top of this node, essentially. I don't like how my position, my entry is kind of like in the middle of this high volume node. Looking to go short. I already have one on. We'll probably grab another one up here at 90. Hopefully it doesn't run me over. We'll see. Took one off. Nice.
Nasdaq 100 turns negative, last down about 0.13%.
And I was up like 300 bucks on that, and that's going to stop me out of break even. There we go. That was close. I don't have a lot of drawdown in these guys, so I should probably be scalping a little more. I only have like $2,000 in drawdowns in these XFAs after I took that profit yesterday, so I'm just gonna cool my jets a little bit. I just took a little profit there on that short. Okay, let's talk about our levels a little bit. All right, so we do have this low volume node from Sunday right here. We can do a composite because we do have a lot of range and data here. So let's do a quick composite. You guys grab that short. Nice job. That was a good one. Price discovery continuation short to the downside in real time. Following the setups today, guys. That's the goal. Following the setups. All right. There it goes. So we have a bit of a high volume node here. Around 930. We have one at there. You know, this is a very choppy area. I wouldn't even put a significant low volume node until like right here, 850. We do have a volume shelf at 950 tomorrow. So we'll see. So I'm only trying to hit 500 bucks in these XFAs now. Because I have 2,500 bucks in them. So 500 bucks a day is $5,000. I could take out another big payout in 5 days of trading just $500 a day. That's the goal. Hopefully by Tuesday of next week, no, Wednesday of next week, I could grab another one. Yeah, it hit 950 to the tick almost. 850. I mean 49, 949.50. All right, not much else. We have this one up here. All right, and then we have value area high, value area low. So that should do it for our levels. And what else I can see here? $82. We're going to try that short again. I don't know. It's kind of like coming back to the band pretty quick. Yesterday was filled with short squeezes. You could not stay short. Even though it felt like a trend day, it was not. It was like a balance day. It started high and ended low, essentially. All right. If we get another push above this, I'll take one stab at it again at 990. I did not take it. The thing is ripping. Now it kind of looks like a return to value, doesn't it? Hopefully that wasn't just a giant stop out. Let's go. Giant stop run. A little off there. All right, here we get the back test. Continuation. All right. Taking a loss on that. See if we can push up a little higher.
According to the FT,
Yes.
ChatGPT shot themselves in hunt for revenues.
Come on. There we go. Profit target hit. 533 across 5 accounts. Sorry guys, I don't think I was showing that. I'm trying to have my positions window open. I did call it out. Return to value, back test long.
So OpenAI aims to integrate a checkout system into ChatGPT.
Anybody catch that? Nice, Bob. Let me get on YouTube, guys. I haven't been following YouTube here. Let me. Welcome everybody to YouTube. This is the VWAP Wave system. Hello, Jim. I'm using a trade copier on Top Step X. Yes, E-mini trader. Yep. Yes, sir. Trading the setups right out of the VWAP Wave system book. So, Corey, an idea is when we break through a key level and we back test it to see if it holds. So let's say, you know, this gray area.
Overall budget of $2 trillion.
Okay.
2028 to 2034.
All right, so we break through, back test long. Well, we broke into value and we came back and tapped it before we went up another, I don't know, 15, 20 points. It was a scalp. It wasn't a big move, but it happened. Probably a lot clear, you know. It happened in 2 minutes. Literally 3 candles worth. Well, on NQ, that's all you need. So grab a quick. You know, what was that? 20 points? 80 ticks?
You can make a
And we were only, we're only another 15 points away from, 10 points away from VWAP. So, it's well far into value at this point. It went 30 points into value. Came back another 20, and then VWAP's only another 10 points away. So we came damn close to VWAP. 5 points. 10 points. 9 points. We're not working with a whole lot of range here, right? We got 50, maybe 50 points so far. And it was nothing on the 5 minute. It's just a giant wick on 5. I'm looking at the 1 minute too, which is kind of necessary right now. All right, still in this kind of distribution we've been forming here. So Nordy, the initial balance for the U.S. equities is 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to let you guys figure out what that time is in your local time zone. I don't know everybody's time zones and what the equivalent time is. You can do a quick Google search or a quick chat GPT. And all you have to do is say, what is 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in my time zone? And it will tell you. The amazing technology we have today. No, I don't know everybody's time zones. Okay, so what is the problem with the band setups right now, guys? At this point, pop quiz.
US Trade Representative Greer says the US is losing advanced manufacturing.
Yep, and the distribution is forming. Yep, the band is almost smack in the middle of it. It's at the point of control. So that's a rotation point and a choppy spot. So we're not going to get reliable, high probability setups off this lower band right now. ES went to the 1 standard. Pretty darn close. NQ a lot weaker today, which is, was a lot stronger yesterday. I had one at the CPI candle at 8:30. And I don't know.
Tim was away from the bottom of the hour, give the EI crude oil inventories data. Forecast is for a draw of 0.50 million. High was a build of 7.07 million. Gasoline inventories are looking for a draw of 1.5 million. High was a build, high was a draw of 2.658 million. Distillate inventories, the forecast is for a draw as well of 1.5 million.
All right, I'm going to shut down these top steps. Profit target hit. $530 across 5 accounts. I'm going to jump into the Take Profit Trader account.
So looking at the API data from yesterday, so it's a bit mixed. Public sources had a completely different number. Official sources, the API crude oil stock change came in at a build of 0.8 million and the expected draw to 2 million. Cushing stock change came in at a build of 0.1 million. Gasoline stock change came in at a build of 1.9 million.
Gold did not get the bounce I would expect it would, kind of forming a distribution about down by the second standard deviation band there.
US Trade Representative Greer says China's cumulative tariff rate is 55%. Also reminding them for the range there for the crude oil inventories. Looking for a range of a build of 2 million, when low estimates of a draw of 4.733 million.
You guys should be able to see my position screen now. All right, I'll be right back.
US Trade Representative Greer says Trump's expanded tariff program is bearing fruit in terms of industrial investment in the US. US Trade Representative.
So we caught 2 trades so far.
Keep it decreasing over time.
We caught this one, price discovery continuation short. And then we caught oh, it wasn't much of a back test, actually. Now that I'm seeing it, Corey, on this chart. I don't know. I guess you're right. We didn't quite back test. But return to value on that pullback. I guess there's a little bit of a pullback, to clarify. Not so much a back test. I don't know. I thought it was closer to the band. I might have been looking at the other anchored VWAP.
June 27th against the US dollar.
Put that back on the chart.
Trade Representative Greer.
Yeah, I had the CPI. It's a little closer. Still didn't quite touch it.
In really reindustrializing the US.
So we kind of bounced off of the monthly VWAP again. All right, is this thing going through the VWAP, guys, or is this gonna sell off again? We do have a low volume node right there.
I'm just going to get the crude oil inventories data. Forecasted for a draw for 0.5.
Let's see if we get the break and reclaim.
7 million. Gasoline inventories and distillate inventories looking for draw of 1.5 million each. Gasoline inventories prior was a draw of 2.658, and prior to distillate was a draw of 0.825 million. Crude Cushing inventories prior was a build of 0.464 million.
Ooh, dog. Bought that with 3 minis. That was fucking awesome. So that was essentially a VWAP bounce short. Guys are quiet in YouTube land. I think it's because I was so quiet yesterday. Guys, I did not have a good day yesterday. All right. It was shitty, man. I pulled my back deadlifting almost 400 pounds on Monday. And then I didn't sleep well. I was tired. Had a lot of pressure. I was trying to get 3 payouts in 3 different prop firms in one morning. And I was just not a huge fan of the slope of the VWAP for that price discovery short. It could very well work out, Chuck. This could very well be the beginning of a much bigger sell-off. I don't know. We're only down spot '06. So, yeah, I blew an account yesterday too, Be Magical. An account I've been trading for like 50 days, I blew. That 400-pound deadlift. It wasn't just for one, it was for three. If that makes any difference.
The party says that it can't agree to draft budget current form.
It was that third rep that got me. Still hurts. And I worked out this morning, right through it. I'm 225 on the snatch. And I'm just shy of 300 on the clean and jerk, about 290, 295 on a good day. Not bad for a 44-year-old man. I've also been doing it a long time. Looks like it wants to keep going up, doesn't it?
1 minute to go now, lead with crude oil.
I don't think I'll ever be like Rich Froning. That guy is not human. Clean PDC. Price discovery continue. I see it at almost at VWAP. And we're flat on the day. For ES? Are you looking at the? Yeah, we have it. We're right at VWAP.
US is awaiting Trump to sign off.
Oh, David's gonna call me to move his piano. I'll give you the same answer I give everybody other friend that asked me to help them move.
10 seconds.
My pest control guy is here, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, the joys of living in South Florida. The bugs. All right, let's see what happens here, guys. That was quite the rocket. Do we get the back test long? Come on now.
Assets, so the Fed has been very, very slow. Assets says inflation data has been fine.
Nice entry there. Look at that. That's a great back test long. That was a back test.
Assets says the Fed needs to get back to the curve when the rates should be. Asset
Corey agrees. Like, good. Glad we found something we could agree on.
The Fed needs to get back on curve and where rates should be.
Logger, that was like essentially my video yesterday. I wrote the damn thing. I created the system and I didn't follow it very well yesterday. Why? Insane. It's insanity is what it is. We are human. So I put that video together. Nice, Libby. Excellent. You know, of course, there's going to be some like snide comments. Just got to be bulletproof. That was a nice back test long in the VWAP there, guys. Resistance became support. Drysdale style, no stop loss. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, do we get a rotation down now? I mean, that's value area high on the regular trading hours. We kind of went right up to that low volume node right here. So I'd be careful with any additional early longs at this point. I think we got the good ones. It might almost be in order for a short here. Beautiful. Right to that other value area high right there. Put me at 1,100 bucks. Okay, good, Logger. Even just the position and price and all that kind of stuff, that's enough. You don't need to see it on the chart. Seems like when I show the whole chart, it's like really grainy and low quality. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay. Good idea, Corey. I locked out of my top steps. Might lock out of this take profit trader.
Asset into a branch on Fox Business.
1200. I can move over to top one, the new top one account. I think I'll shut down here on this. Spread the love around a little bit, you know? All right. Now you guys should be able to see my top step, my project X positions now too. What are we thinking from here? VWAP, I mean, this is good scalping conditions here to fade the moves. Clumsy, you might have to adjust the settings. This is also the anchored VWAP from the drawing tools. You need to make sure your rows are 300 total volume. Hey, you know what we went up to, guys? This 225 was this low volume node we marked out earlier in the session. And it was also value area high in the session. So now we're back at point of control. And above this, well, this isn't so much a low volume area anymore. I'm going to get rid of that. Jay, look at this. 3K payout. Good job, man. That's going to go on the gram. All right, next leg up, you think? That's my pest control guy again. Oh, shit. And I'm in a trade. All right, I'll be right. This is not where I wanted to be. All right, well, if we get hit that low, I'll go beneath it. You should be able to see my positions. The bottom of the screen, JP. That's not going well. Chris, you check NQ's daily chart. After almost 2 weeks of a flat top yesterday, had a topping candle still on the average volume. Yep, I think it's indicating some exhaustion. We might pull back some. I agree with you. But again, this market is wackadoodle, so we never know what we're going to get. That's what happens. I develop this bias based on news or events, and, it just goes to show me like I'm always wrong. It's about 1-to-1. This is VWAP scalp type of stuff. I was looking for the reclaim, but Take a little size off. Oh man, come on. A little size. What do you mean my screen is not in my recording? Yeah, only a few letters, numbers? I don't know what you mean. Yep, NQ top right chart is currently on the 1 minute. Morning, Sebastian. Good morning, Eric. Hope you guys are doing well this morning. I have not bench pressed a car yet. So we're at point of control value area high on the regular trading hours. So I closed that trade for a little profit. Not getting a whole lot of range here. So see if we can get up to this 2040. I'll look for a short. I made it bigger there, JP. Maybe it'll be a little more readable. In fact, I'll make it even bigger. So I'm getting mixed messages, JP. Some people are saying we don't need to see the chart, that it's blurry anyway, that they just want to know when I'm in a position and what my entry and I'm short or long or whatever. So since the showing too much on one screen makes it blurry, I think this is the best alternative. I made it bigger. You should be able to read it now, hopefully. Okay, so that went up. So looking a little bit of a fade value area extreme here. To the short side. See if we can get some follow through. Go back down to 1013. Broke even. Stop out.
The EU used to create almost 400 billion euro crisis mechanism for 2028-2034.
It's usually it could turn into a, resistance turns into support or vice versa. If it trades to a low volume node. Okay, so we have a fade value or extreme coming up. Whoa. What was that? Taking advantage of this shit. Fuck yeah. Woo, boy. Too bad I didn't have my short on still.
Trump asked the open lawmakers if you should buy a Fed chair. According to CBS.
Keep an eye on the dollar. Sync move towards the downside off the back of that there. Again, CBS says ask GOP lawmakers if you should buy a Fed chair. S&P 500 did see a little bit of move towards the downside off the back of the headline there.
Let's go. That was fun. Hope anybody capitalizes on that. Yeah. Wish I could have had this day yesterday. That would have been nice. I think the pressure kind of gets to me, the pressure to perform, not just in my own trading accounts, but on stream. Well, the momentum to the downside, and then we had a value area extreme long.
So Trump asked GOP on Tuesday about firing Powell.
Nice, Libby.
Trump indicated he'll fire Powell, according to what lawmakers say.
Well, the price action after it can be capitalized on that volatility for scalpers only. I feel like a lot of that was bought up. Rejected at VWAP there again. Oh, is this market going lower? I don't know. It very well might. Seems like they're buying this up, though. All right, I'm going to get a little wild here. See if we can get a run up. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Don't do it.
Voice news disconnected.
Damn. Should have waited. Yeah, I'm just having a little fun with my my top one. It's brand new, so I get a little risky on a brand new account because I can either hit a huge winning day or I'll just reset it. So I'll only do that on day one in a new account. There it is. That's what I was looking for. Damn. Should have waited.
Voice news disconnected.
Yep, and those news things are often just bought up anyway. Oh man. Yeah, that's a fade value area extreme. Beautiful. So we got it twice. Value area low in the regular trading hours, this distribution here. So value area low is 968. Awesome, Manuel. Glad to have you, Ben. Yeah, I did, Libby. I'll get another one. What I like to try and do is get up to max consistency on day one. So the most I can do for one day on day one to kind of expedite the process a little bit. Yeah, well, that happened so quick, Hella. Like you didn't really, I mean, it happened instantly. So you didn't miss much. Manuel, glad to have you. Yeah, when you get back from your trip, we'll be here. All right, let's see what we get next, guys. We're just chopping around in balance. Big distribution. Again, we're right back to the top of it. That whole sell-off was bought up, which I thought was going to happen. That was just too big too early. Does Take Profit Trader have a consistency rule in the combine, in the evaluation? I know you have to trade for 5 days. Only on Pro. Okay. I might go back to my Take Profit Trader then. I want to start a new one of those. I like the daily profits. That's pretty cool. Nice balanced range here, guys. So far, so good. Weird price action in correlation to the cumulative delta. It really has, hasn't it? So I don't expect it to rocket out of here. What could happen is it could grind out. But fading value area extremes is still the setup on the table. Looks like it wants to grind out of here, but they keep selling into it. We'll see what happens. It has. I'd like to see the market take out those lows from here. Nice. Right back up to this level again. 2030. There's the upper band. Tagged. Almost. Oh, damn. I didn't even see gold. Holy sh. What's that all about? Damn. Sure. Now NQ wants to go. The move I looked for all yesterday that I couldn't get. Now I short it and it goes. It's like so frustrating. I don't know if I would call this price discovery continuation yet. Yeah, bro. Crazy. Caught that short with 6 minis, dude. Oh, man, I'm still holding one. $5,600. Well, that was boomtastic, guys. No complaints here on all that. That was awesome. We told you guys, short upper band. It was a beauty. It went to the regular trading hours VWAP almost to the tick. It was off by like 2 points. Barely ran against you if you were in at the bands. I feel like it might even have some more left. We get another dump out of here. That would be awesome. Let's go. Come on. Push it. One more push down. Yes. 6,500 bucks. Funny, I was going to buy a bunch of shit in my long-term portfolio. I was like, I feel like we're in due for a bigger pullback. Maybe we get down to 22,000 again, and I'll buy shit. We need a pullback, man. We need some volatility. This has been insane. Ooh, VIX is up 6%. It jumped a whole point. These are the days you could make a lot of money or lose a lot of money. Volatility is so epic. I didn't know the president could fire Powell. Can he do that? So what is this nonsense? Be right back. I mean, you could get some good scalps in this price action. But you're going to have to like pick strategic bottoms and then you sell out into like kind of that rubber bandy effect. I mean, that's essentially what's happening. That's why it keeps doing that. It's because the algos keep buying the new lows, buy it up, they sell into it, and it goes down more. So the next level I have is 890. So this is monthly VWAP right here. What do you guys think? IB low is right here. that was fun, huh? This is price discovery on the intraday chart now. You 7 Gs, baby. No, unfortunately not. This is a new I wish it was. This is the new evaluation I just got. That's why I asked you guys, do I need is there a consistency rule? Because I'm gonna smash it. Get another one. Get another funded take profit trader. They said no. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now you guys are telling me 50%? God damn it. I gotta look it up. I gotta lose money in this stupid account? Yeah, your biggest day cannot be more than 50% of your total profit. God damn it. That's so aggravating. So now I have to lose 2,500 bucks. Profit target's 9K. I have 7 grand in one day. No, that's too much money. I think it's easier to lose the money, right? I don't know. At 15. Look at this. There we go. All right, 4,600. That's a little easier. I can do that. I'd rather trade less days. I don't want to trade more days. All right, I'm gonna log out of this one. Ali, I don't really go over the entire VWAP Wave system on stream. This is for trading. I have tons of information and coursework to go through in the Discord. There's a link in the description of this video, and you can go through all of that, all the information you need. I suggest you get started with the VWAP Wave guide, Ali. There's the link. Download that. Join the free community, and there's tons of content for you. Right? It's a sign to go to the cash account, right? Man. The news was Trump wants to fire Jerome Powell. Thank you, Dan. Yeah, buy the book. The book is Fuego. Yeah, but just a couple of minutes ago, he waived a letter that he had drafted firing him at a news conference. So there was that. I suggest getting financial juice. Apparently, the market doesn't like it either way. I didn't think he could fire him either. I know, huh? Stupid. Lower we go. It's like lower, doesn't it? Imagine this is the most gigantic bull trap of all time. Up here at all-time highs, and then we just go all the way back down. Cumulative delta is interesting. It's not making a lower low here. So very thin volume down here. So this is that low volume node, guys. 850. Higher time frame fade value or extremes. Let's see if it holds. Looks like it's melting right through it. Cumulative delta not moving? What is happening? Oh, now. This is the level. Chris, Trump helped with this Fed letter, but the daily chart was looking for any excuse to go down. I agree with you. Yeah, so that's what I was showing. My wife perfect stop run yesterday. She's like, I don't give a fudge. Yeah, I don't talk to my wife about trading. She only wants to care how much money I make or lose. That's all she cares about. She can give a damn about the VWAP, the VWAP wave, the VWAP wave system. What's really unfortunate is that I wrote a book and nobody in my family, aside from my father, is able to read it. Yeah, I was talking about it too. That's the low volume node we marked out, guys, earlier in the day. 850. 54 I had. I mean, didn't go to it to the tick. You know, this is quite the volatility, but, you know, it's within 13 points. Yeah, JP. Yesterday was like a cluster F. I don't know whether I should feel happy or upset. Let's go. Eight 42.57. Nice, Chuck. Casino taketh, the casino giveth. The casino giveth, the casino taketh away. Yay, Chuck. Nah, he'll find something. This is not that big of a red day. We're only down 0.5%. It's nothing. Remember the days where we were down 5-6%? Anybody remember that? That was not all that long ago. It was just a couple months ago. We got like 100.5-minute candles on NQ. Crazy. Crazy. No way, Chuck. That's super impressive. Nice, Alos. Everybody did well today. Yeah, you should become NQ Pro. Yeah, we know that, but like, it would be so much cooler if you were NQ Pro. NQ ES Pro. Yeah, do you do a lot of business on Discord, Chuck? I'm done with this stupid trade. Yeah, you know you could come up with a nickname just for this server too. NQ Rager. So far, NQ Rager is the winner. Yeah, it's an eval account, Bootster. A lot of starting to turn into return to value here a bit. We're starting to accept in value a little bit. See if we can go the other way. Here's the return to value. All right, Corey. Good work. Good work to everybody who made money today. Yep, group coaching tomorrow at 12:30. We have a lot to talk about. All right, then we're gonna run the stream here, guys. Anybody have any questions? Yeah, the return to value is not working out well. Before we wrap up today, I spent the last 20 minutes just messing around in a practice account. So did well in take profit trader, hit profit target in my top step accounts. Look at that wick on the hourly. Blew my new top 2 days in a row, so that's fun. I think, Michael, the rule of thumb is the more pronounced and deeper the low volume node, the stronger they are. Right? So what you want to be careful of is like considering, here, let me make this bigger. Right? This right here, this is not a low volume node. Right there. Not a low volume node. Yes, it's of lower volume than, what it's surrounded by. This would be the low volume node. This would be a low volume node. So hopefully that helps, Michael. They want to be really pronounced. We don't want to just take these little divots. You'll get faked out a lot. They'll trade right through those quite often. Because really what's happening is like this is a much larger distribution. Right? So it's probably going to rotate around this anyway. But we come back down to here. Now that's a good place to look for. Sorry, JP. Props are hard, man. Props are hard. But so is trading cash. It's all hard. I blow accounts just like everybody else. I just make more money than what I blow. I had a big losing day in my cash account yesterday, so I didn't trade that today. Well, now we're ripping. Give back that whole sell off. We got some volatility today, guys. This is the action. Shorts are getting burnt now. Great, yeah, great trades tomorrow. Excellent work. Look at that candle. It's a 50-point candle in 1 minute. And Blair, I don't usually recommend cash accounts for people that are not consistently profitable yet. They're just going to lose lots of money. So yes, it is frustrating blowing prop firms and having to reset and pay for them over and over again. I get that. But if you're not consistently profitable to begin with, you're going to lose a lot more money than just trading cash accounts. I know, Blair. I just want to be clear for everybody because I don't want anybody to think that it's just that easy to switch right into a cash account. It's easier to make money. I think, if you can prove yourself, at least get to one payout, in a prop firm, then, then I would recommend switching to cash. But if you've never passed an eval or you've never gotten to a payout ever, Now, one thing, I do agree is, you can learn some bad habits in trading prop firms. You can easily oversize and over leverage. They give you lots of rope to hang yourself with. I do it all the time. But that's kind of the game, unfortunately. So you got to trade them differently than your cash account. Yeah, no, it doesn't. It's not the same. You're right. You can start over for $50 in some cases. But if you are consistently profitable, you can make a lot of extra money in prop firms in a safe manner too. So we have look at this doji. Look at this thing, man. Crazy, crazy price action. I can't believe Take Profit Trader charges $1,500 to reactivate your funded account. That's crazy. I can't believe people pay that. You can just do the evaluation again for $200. No, what's going on with top one? Other side of value, Elot, is pretty far to have a stop loss. I think if it breaks the low volume node, then you're out. That's crazy. They want $1,500. One cool thing that Top Step does is it forces you to not over leverage in a funded account. I don't see any other firm doing that. They give you all the minis to hang yourself with. All right, guys, it's 12 o'clock. I'm going to have lunch. Tomorrow we have group coaching, 12:30. Hella, everybody's risk management game needs a lot of improvement. Nobody Nobody is a risk management expert, including myself. It's something I struggle with all the time, and I don't think it will ever go away. It just, I get a little bit better. I have good days, I have bad days, I have days where I'm totally off, I have days where I'm totally dialed in. And like, when you trade every day, you're going to have good days and bad days. You just can't be at high performance every day. It's very, very difficult. It's really hard. It's taken me a long time to get to where I am, to get these payouts. And it's like setbacks all the time. And I try and share them with you guys. Like I blew this account today, like I was about to get my third payout. I just blew this account. I just didn't care if I blew it or not. I'd rather risk the whole account than just take a stop out. It's real. I face it. I get greedy. I want more money. I don't want to take losses. All that stuff. All that stuff. I started a couple years ago. I want to say early 2023. I was in early on Apex. So, the rules were way easier. I was getting 5-digit payouts on their 25K accounts. I had like 10 at a time. I never did the 20. I tried 20. I'd blow 20. And I don't even trade my own system perfectly, guys. As embarrassing as that is to admit, it's like anybody could trade it perfectly, you would think it would be me. It's not true. I get sucked into the price action. I get sucked into the everything. But, overarchingly, it's great to have a system. It's important. And if you can stick to your rules and be disciplined for the most part, you will probably do well. And as you progress, try and minimize the tilt and the times where we go off course. You have a bad session, try to bring it back in because we can spiral, right? We can easily spiral. We blow one account, it's that much easier to blow another. And then it's just like boom, boom, boom. And we make everything worse. So with that, we'll be back at it tomorrow. I have 4 more days in these XFAs, $500 a day to get another big payout from Top Step. Hopefully I can make that happen. That would be nice. Tell me about these straight to funded pro accounts with Top One where you can trade 7 of them. Aren't they cheap or whatever? How does that all work? I can get a lot of them for cheap. I didn't talk to you about this yesterday, guys. So in my cash account, when I left the stream, I was down like $1,000 or something. It may have $500. I forgot what it was, but I was down when I finished the stream. After I finished the stream, I traded myself to net positive on the day in my cash account. Net positive, should have shut down. I didn't. All the way back down to negative. Yeah, breaking max loss is a bad idea. Always. All right, guys. ELOT, I do. Yes. At the broker level, a trade of 8, that's set up. Locks you out, liquidates. And also, I don't keep that much cash in there for the most part, usually. I had a lot of money in there when I first started streaming, like March, April. I made like 20K in a month in the cash account. I was trading big size. I was getting super aggressive. I took a $5,000 loss in one day, and I was like, well, let me keep the money I've made and tighten things up a little bit. All right, guys, have a good day. If you're going to continue trading, I think I could hit that with my scalping, Corey. I think that's not a problem. I'm going to check it out. All right, Corey, I'm going to check them out. All right, guys. Have everybody have a great day. You can trade in the trading lounge if you want to continue trading. Access to your mics, access to sharing screens. Manage your risk. Stay sharp out there. We'll be back at it tomorrow again, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we have group coaching tomorrow at 12:30.